Sony has officially, listen up, PlayStation fans. Sony has officially sold off all of their shares. Sony has officially sold off all their shares. Let's get serious now. With Square Enix. Whoa. You know, that's... You know, when I was growing up, Square Enix and Sony were like this. You know what I'm saying? That was the main reason why I got into the PlayStation brand. Some people, you know, the guys that came before me, I respect you. Nintendo and Square Enix was like this. Nintendo and Sony were supposed to make a console together, a CD-based console. Nintendo didn't want to do it, so Sony went off, and I think Square Enix might have followed suit with them to bring the next evolution of role-playing games and video games. You're probably going to think I'm going to blame Sony in this video, and I'm not. I blame Square Enix. Is it going to bite Sony in the ass in the future? Yes. Do I think it's the reason they left is because Sony is getting bitten in the ass by Square Enix? Of course. Oh, you know, for the past 8 or so years, or however many years I've been doing YouTube, not 8, but for the past couple of 8 years, you know, Square Enix has kind of been dissing Sony, yo. I mean, Square Enix haven't even put out a good game. They put out Bravely Default in 2013. Let me think. It's been a long time since they put out a good game anyway. I know they put out a good game, but I can't think. I mean, their old games are cool. In the past 8 years, I can't. So by all means, people are probably thinking like, Sony is taking all their money out because Square Enix doesn't put out a good game. That could be one of the points. But you got to think about it. Over the past couple years, there have been Square Enix games exclusives on the Wii. There have been Square Enix exclusives on the Xbox 360. Infinite Undiscovery, and there's another game that I can't think of currently. I apologize. Quality games. Some people might say this like I thought they were cool. But, you know, I'm a role-playing guy, so, you know, I like anything that has role-playing. I just like anything with role-playing in it. I like that godforsaken Ni no Kuni. It's a generic role-playing game, and I love it. It's the most generic role-playing game I've ever played in my life, but I love it. But you got to think, what has been on the Sony? We haven't got a Square Enix exclusive on the PlayStation. I can't think of one right now. Final Fantasy 13 was supposed to be the Square Enix exclusive. What happened? I remember before I purchased a PlayStation 3 for Final Fantasy 13. And then that coming E3, Square Enix announced it was coming on the Xbox 360. Strike number 1 on Square Enix. Strike number 2 is not having any, I can't think right now. Atlas has been the only one that's been holding us down. Okay, on the PSP, there was the Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, good game, and the Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I didn't really like that game. But on the consoles, I can't think of any exclusives, yo. Because I would have it in my collection. Think now. I can't think. Only thing I know that's been holding Sony down is Atlas and a couple of other generic role-playing companies. This is crazy. This is going to bite Sony in the ass in case if Square Enix was to lose all their money. Just hypothetical thinking, you know, they're already doing bad right now. If they were to sell their company, I know they're going to probably sell it to Nintendo. That means no more Square Enix games ever for Sony. If they were to sell their idols like the Tomb Raiders, they'll probably go to the Xbox. It's not looking good, man. I was having a conversation with Next Gen 720, and he was telling me that there was upcoming is a big company that is going to be making a game. A big Japanese company, big Japanese developing company that's going to be making. He was telling me that they were going to be making a game for the Xbox. I think this is the reason why they took away all their shares out. And he told me it was Capcom. It looked like Capcom was looking for some buyers because they were getting really low in money, and they were saying Xbox might invest into them. By all means, I told him it was going to be Square Enix, and I think the reason that Sony's pulling out is because the support that Square Enix has for Sony is embarrassing. And I really think that the big Japanese company that's making a big time exclusive for the Xbox One will be from Square Enix. And I think Sony's got word of that, and they're taking all of their money out and saying screw it. Screw these mother suckers. I can't believe this. You know, my childhood is being destroyed. My childhood was destroyed back in last gen from Capcom, from the Street Fighter games, the Resident Evil games, the Square Enix games. Childhood is the PlayStation exclusives. The rise of all these first-person shooters on the PlayStation console, monkey. Hey, but Xbox is nothing but the mediocre guy. Xbox is full of nothing but just generic first-person shooters. Mag, Haze, Killzone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Resistance 1, 2, 3.